What's up, guys? Welcome to another week of SLO City Kids at Home. We're pumped that you're joining us today. And today is week 6 of our Made for a Purpose series. And we have talked about so many amazing stories in this series and so many amazing truths. And last week we talked about how we are made to share Jesus with other people. And we talked about Paul and his life and how he met Jesus and then he went out and he told everybody else about Jesus. And today we are learning about a guy from the Bible, and his name was King Josiah. And King Josiah obeyed God no matter what, even it was hard. And today we are talking about how we are made to obey God. Guys, whenever we obey God, everything gets better because his commands are what is best for us and his commands are good. We were made to obey God. So today we're going to worship with Mr. Phil. We're going to sing our Deuteronomy 6 verse 5 memory verse song, and it's going to be a blast. So everybody stand up on your feet and let's worship together.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's Mr. Phil back again to, or maybe you're going to do it this week. I don't know. Try it again. Hey guys, it's Mr. Phil. I'm so excited to be singing with you this week. We're going to start off with a song, I've Got a River of Life, and so it's one of my favorites. There's a few instructions I'll give along the way. It goes like this. I've got a river of life flowing out of me, makes the lame to walk and the blind to see. Now, I might get a little country in this song, and that's my issue, not yours. So forgive me. But also there's hand motions. Not sure if you knew this. So I've got a river of life. There's like this. I've got a river of life flowing out of me. Makes the lame to walk. You got to walk. Lame to walk. And the blind to see. That's good stuff. I've got a river of life flowing out of me. Makes the lame to walk and the blind to see. Opens prison doors, sets the captives free. So that's open prison doors, sets the captives free. And then we got to say bye-bye, because it's always polite to say goodbye to people. So you got to do that. Okay, I've got a river of life flowing out of me. Makes the lame to walk and the blind to see. Opens prison doors, sets the captives free. Bye-bye. I've got a river of life flowing out of me. Spring up, oh well. Okay, now on this part, you got to, there's the splish splash. You got to splish and splash because fountains are cool and they go in random ways. So you got to like give it some splishes and splashes. Spring up, oh well. Splish, splash, and fill my soul. Spring up, oh well. Okay, now on the second one. First one, splish, splash. We got that. We've been doing that one for years. That's the classic. So on the second one, now everybody close your eyes. You got to close your eyes, and pretend out in front of you is the largest cow that you have ever seen, and you have to milk that cow. So you got to go out there with your hands, grab a hold of the udders, and you got to milk it, and it's squish, 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 squish. So that's the second part. Spring up, oh well, splish, splash, and fill my soul. Spring up, oh well, gush, 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 and make me whole. Spring up, oh well. Now the third one, last one, got to make them all different. The last one, inside of each of us, there's a little bit of country, just a little bit of country. And so you got to dig down deep and find your yeehaw, and you got to go yeehaw as loud as you can. And you're at home, so you won't annoy anybody. So loud yeehaws, that's what we're looking for. So from the top, bring up, oh well, splish, splash, and fill my soul. Spring up, oh well, gush, 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 and make me whole. Spring up, oh well. Yeah, give to me that life abundantly. Now, in the last part of this song, we all have to get out our chihuahuas, and hopefully, we've been taking good care of our chihuahuas. So we get our chihuahua out, and we have our second chihuahua. Forget how to do this, and it goes like this: "Oh Lord, I thank you," and then the chihuahua says, "Chicky bow wow." I really thank you, Chicky bow wow. I just thank you all the days of my life. Oh Lord, I thank you, Chicky bow wow. I really thank you, Chicky bow wow. I just thank you all the days of my life. Now we've gotten the whole song down. We're pros from the top. I've got a river of life flowing out of me. Makes the lame to walk and the blind to see. Opens prison doors, sets the captives free. Bye-bye. I've got a river of life flowing out of me. Spring up, oh well, splish, splash, and fill my soul. Spring up, oh well, gush, 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 and make me whole. Spring up, oh well, yeah, give to me that life abundantly. Oh Lord, I thank you, chickie bow wow. I really thank you, chickie bow wow. I just thank you all the days of my life. Oh Lord, I thank you, chickie bow wow. I really thank you, chickie bow wow. I just thank you all the days of my life. Thanks everybody. Those who listen to my teaching, to those who listen to God's teaching, to those who listen to God's teaching, more understanding will be given, more understanding will be given, and they will have an abundance of knowledge, and they will have an abundance of knowledge, and they will have an abundance of knowledge. Matthew 13:12. Matthew 13:12. To those who listen to my teaching, to those who listen to God's teaching, to those who listen to God's teaching, more understanding will be given, more understanding will be given. They will have an abundance of knowledge, and they will have an abundance of knowledge, and they will have an abundance of knowledge. Matthew 13:12. Matthew 13:12.
And with all your soul and with all your strength, you'll never be apart. He loved you from the start, made you a work of art, gave you breath, now you can breathe, gave you a beating heart. So love him with all of your soul, go ahead, give him all the control. Love him with all of your strength, in him you can be content. He can save your soul on any day, won't play games cause you don't play. He can judge your way from the worst way, he can judge you Monday through Sunday. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul and with all of your strength. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul and with all of your strength. Deuteronomy 6:5. Deuteronomy 6:5. Deuteronomy 6:5. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul and with all of your strength. I used to wish for love and I wish him well till I found a love that never fails. How he feels about you isn't hard to tell. God hung on a cross with steak nails, got a crown of thorns till the blood fell. Every last that he got a story to tell. Death locked him up, but he made bail. Judas sold him out like a bake sale. Took the keys from death when he went to hell. You know the story, he never take L's. He only wins, he only prevails. His love is for free and it's never for sale. Love so deep and it won't stop. His love is the best and it's on top. Won't never change, won't flip flop. Hit harder than a beat when the beat drops. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul and with all of your strength. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul and with all of your strength. Deuteronomy 6:5. Deuteronomy 6:5. Deuteronomy 6:5. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul and with all of your strength. Love the Lord your God with all of your heart and with all of your soul and with all of your strength. Deuteronomy 6:5. Deuteronomy
stories of the Bible. Josiah. This is Josiah.
Heyo!
Josiah became king of Israel when he was only 8 years old.
Yep.
Now the country of Israel had a very long line of kings who did many bad things, including Josiah's father and grandfather. These kings did not follow after God, and they ignored his commandments and his law. But when Josiah became king, he did what God wanted him to and followed the example of King David.
Yeah!
18 years after Josiah became king, he sent one of his court secretary, Shaphan, to God's temple.
Thank you.
Many of the kings before Josiah did not take good care of God's house, so it was in need of repair. While they were in the temple, Hilkiah, the high priest, said to Shaphan,
Hey!
"I have found the book of the law in the Lord's temple." So Shaphan took the scroll back to King Josiah and read it to him. When Josiah heard what was in the book, he was greatly upset
Oh no!
because the people of Israel were not doing the things that God asked him to do, and Josiah knew that God must be angry with Israel for not obeying his commandments. Josiah gathered together all the people of Israel to the temple and read the entire book of the covenant to them. That very day, Josiah and all the people promised that they would obey all of what God commanded with all their hearts and souls. Josiah went on to help Israel become a people fully committed to God. He tore down all the other temples and the idols that they had set up. He got rid of all the people who were doing bad things all throughout Israel. And he did all that was commanded in God's book. Never before had there been a king like Josiah who turned to the Lord with all his heart and soul and strength, obeying all the laws of Moses. And there has never been a king like him since.
Guys, Josiah was 8 years old when he became king. How crazy is that? Some of you guys watching this are probably 8 years old. Can you imagine being king of an entire country at 8 years old? That would be pretty crazy. Josiah was a king, and whenever he was older, he started to rule Israel. And Israel went back to the temple, and the temple of God was in ruins, and it wasn't in good shape. Somebody brought to Josiah the book of the law that had all the commands and the laws of God. And Josiah read it, and he realized, oh no, it's like we are not doing what this says. It's like if your parents go out of town for a trip and maybe you're staying with grandma and grandpa or somebody else, and they give you this big list of things to do. And maybe you lose the list, or you put it away somewhere and you don't remember where it is. And then a few days later, you go and find it and you realize, oh no, we haven't done anything that they wanted us to do. We haven't fed the animals. We haven't done the laundry. We haven't vacuumed. And we haven't done the dishes. It's like realizing, oh my goodness, we are not doing what we are supposed to do. And that's what was happening in Israel. They realized we are not obeying what God has asked us to do. And so Josiah decides that he is going to lead Israel back to God. And he's going to lead them back into doing what they are supposed to do and back into obeying God. And the Bible says this about Josiah. It says Josiah got rid of all of the other gods and all of the bad things that were all throughout Israel. He did this to fulfill the requirements of the law written in the book that Hilkiah the priest had discovered in the temple of the Lord. And then it says this, neither before nor after Josiah was there a king like him who turned to the Lord as he did, with all his heart, with all his soul, and with all his strength, in accordance with the law of Moses. Guys, Josiah obeyed God with all of his heart, with all of his soul, and with all of his strength. And we were made for the same purpose. We were made to do the same thing. We were made to obey God with everything that we have. Guys, whenever we obey God, His way is always better. His way for our life is always what is best. So you were made to obey God. So go this week and do what God has asked us to do. Go this week and obey your parents. Go this week and be kind to others. Treat other people how you would want to be treated. Go this week and don't tell lies. Go this week and don't steal. Go this week and obey God with your life, because His way is always better. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to another week of SLO City Kids at Home. We hope you had a blast learning more about King Josiah and how we were made to obey God. We'll see you right back here next week. Bye, guys.